Am I the asshole for not accommodating my fiance's dream wedding idea?
This is tough.
This is
sometimes,
what is your motto? If you can't afford the dream, you got to change the dream?
You gotta change the dream.
Yeah.
So that is your motto, Sean.
Yeah. I'm gonna say that this could also be a trick where she's asking for something very simple and affordable, and he's just like, that's dumb.
Or I'm reverse tricking you and making you think it's
a reverse
easy.
trick. You're just fucking, all right, I'm gonna go read it again one more time.
Am I the asshole for not accommodating my fiance's dream wedding idea?
Ooh, I'm gonna say no.
Damn, I'm going to go everyone sucks here?
Oh, a rarity.
Are we allowed to
like
guess that?
You can guess whatever you want.
God damn
I'm going to say everyone sucks here because I feel like both of them are not possibly giving compromises to each other. So
Okay.
that's my guess.
I like the bold hype shanthesis. There we go.
I guess
So,
we're
yeah.
rebranding it now.
Also,
I have to make it a button so it's easier. I can just press it.
I've been meaning to write back to the person that wants to get it tatted on you. I'm so sorry. I've had an extremely busy couple of weeks. Like, had to travel for my father-in-law's birthday, had to travel for my friend's birthday, the fucking July 4th weekend. It's been crazy for me. I haven't had time. But I also am scared to just write it down in my regular handwriting because you are willing to do this, and I'm scared that you're going to get...
Can you explain for anyone who doesn't know what's going on what you're talking about?
Yeah, I don't know if you want to be outed, so I won't say your name. But there is a Wikimaniac that wants to get Hyachanthesis tattooed on their body. They also said they don't want it horizontal. They need it vertical. And they asked for it to be in my handwriting. But I feel like maybe I should draw a nicer font because my handwriting... Wikimaniac, my friend, you don't know what my handwriting looks like. It's not good.
Does Nancy have nice handwriting?
Nicer than mine, yeah, for sure.
Okay, you could maybe do that then.
Yeah, maybe I'll do that, or I'll type it up on Canva or something. But I will get to it. I'm sorry to keep you waiting. And if anything, this has given you more time to maybe reconsider if this is something you want. But I will get that to you.
You have to wait a little bit.
Yeah, I will get it to you.
This is a permanent body modification on your end, so think carefully.
I'm imagining this isn't your first tattoo, so at least I pray to God
it would be so funny if it was.
Would be hilarious. And again, we are, the first tattoo. I haven't talked to you guys about it, but that's got to be a fucking automatic rich tier for life. You got to think. Tatted on your body?
Yeah.
We'll discuss it.
We'll talk about it. Yeah, maybe. I don't know if there's a discount code we could do for that.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
Create like a penny tier and just have them access to everything.
You could give them the OG tier that we gave to our very first patron.
Oh, yeah, true.
But who knows? Yeah. Apologies.
All right, so let's hop in. Now that we have that out of the way, Sean's
so sorry.
House cleaning.
House cleaning.
Let's get into the fiance's dream wedding idea. So my fiance, Ella, 31 female, and I, 32 male, are thinking of getting married soon. I proposed 10 years ago once we both graduated after we met our first year of university. We're only getting married now because I feel we're in a good place financially. We were making a guest list and it came to about 50 people. We have a large family, so majority of the guests are that, and the rest make up close friends. We're both in agreement with the type of venue, the idea of having a photographer and videographer, so we have a wedding photos and a short film. The issue I have is that Ella wants us to be married abroad and for the wedding to happen next year and to create a miniature holiday. She wants it to be a 5-day long event going home on Sunday. I put my foot down and told her that it would be hard for everyone to fly out so long, and it would be expensive for the guests who would have to book time off to attend. We can afford it, but it would also be very expensive for us. My idea was to have a courthouse wedding before, and we can shorten the wedding into a weekend trip and have a photographer and videographer film that. We could do an informal ceremony where we say I do, have a fancy dinner with cake cutting, and then celebrate for the rest of the time. Ella doesn't think it's a proper wedding, and she's waited 10 years to marry me. We've spent all that time saving up and delaying the wedding for other things in life, and she's been dreaming of being able to do this. She also says that her parents are more than willing to help pay for flights and venues for everyone, and then brackets, they're well-off doctors. which we just made fun of earlier. So we would just need to help paying for the rest of the wedding and festivities. She thinks that if people cannot make it, it isn't the end of the world, and we can just celebrate with them after our 5-day event abroad. Also, that my idea is just essentially a holiday for everyone without the wedding part, and she wants to be walked down the aisle and have a classic ceremony. I still don't agree, and even if her parents want to front the flights and venue, it's embarrassing to use their money given we've been saving all this time. So am I the asshole?
John might be right on everybody kind of sucks, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because look, she has a very fantastical idea. 5 days off for every single wedding guest is kind of crazy. That's asking a lot for your guests.
And it's international.
But you came back with like a much simpler, like not even kind of like meeting in the middle. You went like, it's kind of like when you're trying to bargain something. You're like, all right, I'm selling for 180. Would you take 100? No,
like
you gotta be close. Yeah. You gotta be, maybe the same idea, maybe 5-day or whatever in like a different city close by. Or, you can fly out, but it just be like a couple of days instead of 5 days. Like something close. So she gave her idea and then you said, how about this? And then you had nothing remotely like
Close
similar.
to.
Yeah. It doesn't even have to be expensive, but you didn't have like a single thing on her list. So like,
right.
Again, and this may be just me trying to persevere myself here. But the technical question is, are you the asshole for not accommodating? I'm gonna still say no. But you are an asshole for not helping come with a compromise. You know what I mean? So, but also, I don't know if she really sucks, to be honest, though, either.
Yeah, I think she's waited 10 years, right?
I think she's actually, now that I think about it, she just gave her idea. She's not like demanding it be this idea. She's just saying, hey, this is the idea. And then she's opening the door for collaboration. And then you took none of her ideas with your suggestion. So I do think OP kind of sucks. I don't know if OP sucks for... No, I'm going to stop trying to be technical. I'll just take my L. I think OP sucks.
No, actually,
He's the
I was going to say,
here.
I was going to take the L, and I think he sucks, but not more so in an asshole type of way. Because yes, based on the information you said, Sean, I think she did wait those 10 years. And I think because like she got the impression like, oh, hey, yes, we're going to go through these weddings. Like every factor that kind of stopped us from long ago, there's not a barrier anymore. We're well off. Like we have parents that are willing to support. Granted, I understand. We didn't ask like my parents or like, Juliet's parents to help us on our wedding. Like we wanted to do it all on our own. That's why it was like it was like a small scale wedding. But I can understand that like you are asking guests to invest that much time in your wedding. And I could see how that's kind of intimidating to ask or kind of frankly embarrassing to do that for me. But I did hear a point where the spouse said, or the partner said that, hey, if they can't make it, that's okay. It's not the end of the world. So
that's where I was going to go. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the part where I was like, she doesn't suck for that. Cause yes, like it is a grand wedding or like a grand idea that she has, but she's not going bridezilla and say every 50 like members, they have to be there or else the wedding is like a failure. So I'm taking an L. Like I still wouldn't call him an asshole. I just think he sucks.
But if we're not willing to call him an asshole, he's definitely the worst person in this story.
Out of this story, yes.
Out of what we have so far. Which would,
I was going to call him an asshole.
In most circumstances. Yeah. I mean, he really went out of his way to not include a single bullet point on her idea list.
Yeah.
You know what? I agree now. Like, yes, because to me, every time I hear someone says, I put my foot down, it's saying that like, it's my decision or
there's no more conversation.
It's not going to happen. Exactly. So you know what? You guys are right. You talked me into it.
Nice. I barely had to say anything. This is, but yeah, because I was thinking like all those little things kind of add up to an asshole, right? Like they waited 10 years. She's been building up like, oh, I want to do this. Like this is something I want to do, and that's what your wedding is. It's for you, right? And so you propose this. Hey, we're doing a 5-day thing. Wedding's going to be on this day. Be awesome if you guys could be there at least for that day. If you want to ask the parent or the parents have offered. So if you want to accept them to pay for some flights for people that can't afford it, that's a way around it, right? Like, and she's not, as you guys said, demanding people make it. She's just like, hey, if you guys could make, like, if people don't show up, that's okay with me. This is something I want to do, and I've waited 10 years for this. This is for me. And for you to just be like, no, we're getting eloped and everyone, we're doing a ceremony after.
Screw you for waiting 10 years. That's your dumbass's fault.
Yeah, that's where I was like, that's asshole movish.
And I have no, like, and this isn't like us trying to say like, courthouse weddings, aren't just.
I wish
as
I had a
good.
courthouse wedding.
Absolutely not.
We're just saying that, like, if she has this idea, you gotta, and you're trying to compromise. If you don't think that's acceptable, you gotta come up with something similar to. Yeah. And like the vibe is completely different from a 5-day vacation abroad to
like elope.
Yeah, to elopement.
And I feel like I think the reason for me that I came up with that initial everyone sucks, because I feel like they didn't talk about this journey like the whole time, like them planning it. But now hearing this story, it was kind of like a switch up. Like I imagining that he's like agreeing with all this shit, and then all of a sudden it's like, you know what? Never mind. Let's not do this anymore. So kind of like pulled the rug under her. So
I will say it's wild to be proposed, like engaged for 10 years. That is kind of crazy. I've never heard that before.
You ever watched The Office?
And who was engaged for 5 years or 10 years on that? Oh, Pam, right? You're right.
Pam and Roy. Yeah.
I think they were
how did that work out?
3 years, 5, but poorly.
But I mean, their reason was pretty valid, though. There was a lot of life events that happened, so we don't know.
Yeah,
how
I mean,
those
every
situations were.
relationship is different. I have a friend that's been engaged for probably 3 or 4 years.
Oh, well, and 100% the last few years, like with COVID and everything, I understand people like putting that off because there have been barriers, but 10 years is like that's a long time. That's a decade.
10 years is quite a while.
Just to me, that's a little bit long, but I mean, not necessarily the asshole for that. You both probably agreed to that, so that's fine. Expert in fucking, I don't know.
Great power. For the 5th time, it's your boy Sean.